My dear friend, today I want you to imagine something that could completely transform not just your business, but the way you live, decide, and dream. Imagine that you are never alone in any meeting, never left to make decisions by guesswork, never waking up wondering where the next client, opportunity, or resource will come from. Imagine that the greatest strategist in the universe, the one who spoke galaxies into existence, sits with you at your desk, walks with you into negotiations, whispers the perfect words into your mind before you ever speak them aloud. This is not a fantasy. This is not wishful thinking. This is the reality for those who understand and embrace the truth that the Holy Spirit is not just your comforter. He is your business partner. When you invite the Holy Spirit into your work, you step into a dimension where ordinary rules bend under the weight of divine wisdom. Suddenly, you are no longer trying to figure things out alone. You are receiving blueprints from heaven itself. What others call market research, you call divine revelation. What others consider luck, you know to be divine favor. You don't have to run on the exhausting treadmill of fear-driven hustle, because you have access to a power source that never runs dry, a source that not only knows the future, but has already prepared the way for you. You see, the world teaches that success comes to those who grind the hardest, push the longest, and sacrifice everything at the altar of achievement. But heaven operates differently. In God's kingdom, success flows from alignment, not endless striving. When you walk in step with the Spirit, you find yourself at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, saying the right words without even forcing it. Opportunities seem to find you, doors open without knocking, and resources appear without begging. This is not coincidence. It is the supernatural flow that happens when you partner with the one who sees all, knows all, and loves you enough to lead you into your destiny. Without the Spirit's guidance, stress becomes your constant companion. Every decision feels like a gamble, every delay like a disaster, every challenge like a threat. But when the Holy Spirit is your partner, stress is replaced by revelation. You begin to see obstacles not as dead ends, but as divine detours leading you to something better. You no longer panic when the phone doesn't ring, because you know God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating meetings, shifting hearts, and preparing opportunities that will arrive right on time. Revelation is not just information. It is divine insight that tells you not only what to do, but when to do it. Timing in business is everything, and the Holy Spirit always knows the exact moment to act. The culture of hustle will tell you that if you aren't working 24/7, you'll be left behind. But kingdom culture says that if you aren't resting in God's presence, you'll miss the very thing you're chasing. Rest is not laziness, rest is trust. It is saying, Lord, I know you are working even when I am not. And from that place of rest, you make better decisions, you see more clearly, and you operate with energy that doesn't burn out. This is why Jesus could sleep through a storm. He knew who was in control. And when you partner with the Holy Spirit, you too can have that kind of unshakable peace in your business. When God gives you an assignment, He also provides the resources to fulfill it. But here's the mystery: provision often comes after you take the first step, not before. The Holy Spirit may give you a vision that seems impossible with your current resources. And that is intentional, because He wants you to trust Him, not your bank account. Sometimes the provision will be financial. Other times it will be a person you meet, an idea that sparks, or a moment of favor that shifts everything. When you take that first step of obedience, even if you can't see the full path, heaven responds. And suddenly, what was impossible begins to take shape right before your eyes. The Spirit rarely gives you the entire blueprint at once. He gives you the next step. This is not to frustrate you, it's to keep you close. Every day becomes a conversation. Holy Spirit, What is today's assignment? And in that daily obedience, you discover that business becomes more than just a way to earn money. It becomes an act of worship. Every contract signed, every product created, every service offered becomes a way to display God's excellence and goodness in the marketplace. Your business becomes a pulpit, your work becomes a ministry, and your life becomes a testimony. When you operate like this, integrity is non-negotiable. You don't cut corners. You don't manipulate. You don't chase shortcuts. Because you know that real promotion comes from the Lord. You stop seeking validation from the world and start seeking alignment with heaven. Your worth is no longer tied to your sales numbers or social media following, but to your identity as a child of God. And ironically, when you no longer chase validation, influence begins to find you. This is the beauty of walking with the Holy Spirit. Your business is no longer about survival. It becomes about impact. You are no longer striving to make a living. You are living to make a difference. And as you honor God in your decisions, He honors you with opportunities, relationships, and growth that you could never have manufactured on your own. You find yourself not only prospering, but doing so with peace, joy, and purpose. And that, my friend, is the kind of success that lasts. So today, I challenge you to stop seeing the Holy Spirit as a distant comforter you turn to only in moments of crisis. See Him as your co-founder, your strategist, your counselor, and your guide. Invite Him into every email you send, every deal you negotiate, every idea you brainstorm. Let Him speak before you speak, move before you move, and decide before you decide. And watch as your business becomes a living testimony of what happens when heaven and earth work together through you. Because when the Holy Spirit is your business partner, you never walk into a room alone. You never face a problem without a solution. And you never take a step without a destiny waiting on the other side. This is more than success. It is partnership with the Creator of success itself. And that, my friend, changes everything.